everybody, AP PreCal, it is Ms. Kosh. I wanted to work through this this worksheet that I just put together. My thought is that the odds would be the notes and the evens would be the practice. So maybe I'll put a link to my answer key once I make it in the description of this video for those who are curious. I'm going to actually make two videos. One of them I'm doing where you can see my hand and you can see my calculator. And the other one I'm going to do on the iPad where you can see what to do on Desmos. Because I want to give you options. We are relying a lot on Desmos this year. We're loving it. At least I am. And so I wanted to make sure to show you multiple ways to do that. On this one, I didn't mean to print it on green. I sent it to the copier and it came out green, and I decided it was not worth walking back to my classroom, telling it to print again, walking back over there and using more paper. So that being said, hopefully you can see what we're doing well enough. Okay, so on this first one, it tells us the following data can be modeled by the quadratic function f, given by f of x equals ax squared plus bx equals c. Write three equations for each of the set of data, then find the values for a, b, and c. So what we want to look at here is, well, what we know, let me make this a little bit bigger. What we know is that f of -1 is going to be equal to, it has an output value of 9. So f of -1 means it's a times -1 squared plus b times -1 plus c. So we're modeling this function right here. We're using that function. We've plugged in our value. And this has an output value, we said, of 9. Okay, I won't be using this side for these other problems, so I'm going to spill in over here. So this equation, -1 squared is just 1. I get a minus b plus c equals 9. So when I plug in -1, it equals 9, and when I clean up all of my mess here, this is the equation I get. Okay, so then we can also say, well, what happens when I plug in my second input value, which was 2? F of 2 would be a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c, and that has an output value of 6. That implies that 2 squared is 4. 4a plus 2b, or not 2b, okay, not funny, equals 6. Then I can do my third equation, which is f of 5. So a times, I'm plugging in 5 for x, so it's 5 squared plus b times 5 plus c is equal to, what's my output value? 39. And that implies 25a plus 5b plus c is equal to 39. And so I have a system, I have 3 variables and 3 equations. I have options on how to solve this. Let me show you the 2 calculator methods right now, or a few calculator methods. And then there are ways to do it by hand, and I worked them out. I think if you're curious about how to do this by hand, so entirely without a calculator, then go watch my next video where I'm working on my iPad. I already did like all those methods by hand, and they're a little tedious. And this is this could show up on the FRQ 2 of the exam, and FRQ 2 is with the calculator. So let's just jump straight to the calculator, shall we? I will stop talking about it. Okay, so I have my CASIO and I have a TI, and I'm going to show you both and kind of some of our methods to do that. So what I'm going to do, I just cleared the calculator, so I'm back in my normal world. On the CASIO, the easiest way to solve this system is to go to equation, and we're doing a simultaneous, and I have 3 unknowns. And so now all I need to do is enter in all the coefficients here into this matrix. So I see a 1, a -1, a 1, a 9. Oh, what just happened? I think I hit enter too soon. My bad. Okay, and then 4, 2, 1, 6. Hopefully, I'm kind of checking what I'm typing in, but not entirely. If I don't get the right answer, I know what answer to expect, then I will know I typed something in wrong. Okay, so once I've got all that and I hit solve, this is telling me that my first column was A, my first column is 2, my second column was B, and that's equal to -3. My third column, C, is equal to 4. So this first equation, number 1, would have the equation f of x, that's an x, that's a terrible x, equals 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. Okay, and I can find it that way. I can also, on my CASIO, I can also go to just the regular run matrix screen. I can go into, I don't do this enough, so I kind of forget. I can go to matrix, math, Matrix? Okay, not quite. Hang on. I can go option. I think there was a matrix right here. No, there's a hole. There it is. Oh, well. Hang on. You know what? I have to pull out my reading glasses. You guys, this is ridiculous. I apologize. I know how to do this. I just don't do it very often. Matrix, it's down here. Okay, so clear. Whatever. Shift matrix down here. Oh, not yet. There's a way to get into the menu. Option. Matrix. Matrix. No. Okay. This part I'm better at with the Casio, or the TI. Okay, we're gonna not waste my time doing that. So if you have a better way to do the matrix on the other one, then great. So in here, I was trying to get to a menu set up like this, and I know how to do it, I just can't think of it right now. I'm just not being successful. So this was I always forget if it's a 3x4 or a 4x3, but if I type it in, it'll show up and look the same way. So I'm gonna do 1, -1, 1, 9, 4, 2, 1, 6, 25, 5, 1, and 39. And now I can exit out and I can go back to the matrix. So shift matrix. I'm going to do math. The math that I want to do is I'm going to do the RREF. It's reduced row echelon form. RREF, and then I have to go back into matrix and grab, that wasn't matrix, back into matrix, and I'm going to grab matrix A. So I'm going to do reduced row echelon form for matrix A and hit enter. And now this last column matches what we just saw. So here's our A value, our B value, and our C value, because this is 1A equals 2, 1B equals -3, and 1C equals 4. It's bugging me now that I don't remember how to do that. Option. There's a whole matrix. There it is. Okay. Did you see that? What did I just do? Right here, just on the regular normal screen, I hit matrix on the Casio, and here I can come in here and then tell the dimensions. I want a 3x4, and then it gives me this option. I have forgotten my numbers. 1, -1, 1, 9, 4, 2, 1, 6, 25, 5, 1, and 39. And then I can exit out. So exit. And then I go matrix. No, I forget math. I'm looking for. Sorry, you guys. I should have planned ahead. This one. What is that? That doesn't do it. Exit. There's all the math. Okay, usually I pick the matrix. There it is. Okay, what did I do? I went options, then to matrix, and then I have matrix options. So if I come over, here's RREF, and then I can go matrix. I can find it down. Can you see where I am? Down here it says matrix. And then matrix, and then I want A. Matrix. Does it work with alpha A? I don't know that it does. Oh, it did. Okay, there you go. And so that's another way to do that problem. So there's two lovely ways to get the, to get those variables. So let's look at the next one. Let's go a little bit faster because that was a little slow. On this one, I have f of 6 is equal, oh, this is ridiculous. Why did I pick these numbers? Okay, so this is a times 6 squared plus b times 6 plus c is equal to the output value of 17. This gives us the equation 36a plus 6b plus c equals 17. Can you see everything I'm writing? I think you can. Okay, f of 9, all right. A times 9 squared plus b times 9 plus c is equal to, my output value is 14. All right, 81a plus 9b plus c is equal to 14. And then f of 12, oh, these were birthdays. That's what it was. My birthday is 6/17, and then I asked 2 other people for their birthdays. Okay, if that's you, comment down below. 12 squared plus b times 12 plus c equals 1. Okay, and so this becomes 144a plus 12b plus c equals 1. Okay, I think I am expecting, so I wrote these first two problems to give us nice answers. like nice, pretty. Look how lovely those coefficients are. I expect these to be ugly. If they're not ugly, I would be shocked. Okay, so let's come to, I'm gonna do it by the equation solver. Simultaneous, and then I have the equation. Let's see, let's just delete all that. Okay, so 3, 36, 6, 1, 17, 81, 9, 1, 14, 144, 12, 1, 1. Solve. Okay, as expected, they're not pretty. And so what this one works out to be is my A value is, well, so what I would expect the AP test to say is to give a decimal approximation. And so is this, it's probably 0.5555 repeating. So we would say f of x is equal to a negative 0.555. I like to give a fourth decimal place, and so that rounds to 6, x squared. And then this becomes plus, well, that's, it's going to be a repeating 3, 7.3333, x minus 7. That is not a 7. Well, that's sort of a 7. Okay, and so that would be the equation that we would get from those points. The next thing, I'm going to keep going with the calculator stuff. The next thing I would look at is these. So notice what I did here. If we have 3 points, we're going to get a system of equations where we have 3 equations and 3 variables, and so there will be one exact solution that matches that. So if you think about it, like if I have 3 points somewhere in space, I can form some sort of a parabola that passes through all 3 of those. Could you see those points? 1, 2, 3. And so there's going to be a parabola that passes through any 3 points. What I did on the next part is I gave too much data. Okay, so on this one, I haven't worked these problems yet that I wrote, so hopefully it works out nicely. We're about to find out. In my CASIO, maybe I'll do this first one with the CASIO and I'll do the second one with the TI because I think they're going to behave pretty similarly. Okay, so in CASIO we go to the statistics. We enter in the data. So I'm entering in the input values in the first list, and hopefully I did it correctly. If you see that I'm not, comment down below. Tell me nicely. 18, life is, well, the world is too rough to be ugly. You know, just tell people nicely. Okay, so we've entered all that in. I can go to graph. Sometimes I need to set it so it's a scatter plot, list 1, list 2, but that was kind of the default. So now, okay, now we can hit the graph. And here are those points. It looks pretty quadratic. And I can calculate the regression x squared. And so then you can copy it and tell it, if you execute, did you see how I hit enter? I don't know, you couldn't see it because it was off the keyboard. But I hit that little execute button. And so then it copied it, and now I can draw it, and there it goes, those points, and they're pretty close. When I look, I can go menu and go into my graph, and so now it has typed in, it automatically took my equation and typed it in, and included it there, and it like kept a ridiculous number of decimals. Okay, so that, and then it's not on, so if I have to select it so that this one will actually, so then I can draw it here, and there it is, and it's lovely and great and wonderful. Okay, so I think all I did was find the equation of the regression. Find the equation using regression features on your Desmos. I can't talk. Woo! Okay, find the equation using the regression features on your calculator. There we go. So I don't really feel like rounding and coming up with those decimals, but there we go. Oh, you know what? I might need it in a minute when I have to write. So this would be f of x, or y equals negative 16.2143 x squared. Now I can't see the rest. Plus 101.1148x plus 8.5484, and there's that equation. Okay, now let's do the other one with the TI, in case you're a TI person. But I haven't done this in a little while, so I forget. TI, I have to go to statistics too, don't I? I do know how to do these things. Statistics, so we can edit our data. So here's the data that we're putting in. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, lovely. And then we're going to come over to this, 5, 17, 50, 143, 300. Okay, and then I can stat plot, so second stat plot. So I'm going to turn this one on. And, okay, so now I can, oh, now I hit graph. That's what I do. Oh, well, let's see. I can do zoom data, if I remember correctly. Well, that didn't help. Zoom fit. Is it zoom fit? I don't remember. Nope. Zoom stat. That's what it was. I'm sorry. Oh, look, that does look pretty quadratic. Okay, and so now I need to, nope, not that. Stat, calc, there it is. I had to hit the stat button. Oh my goodness. I'm way better at the Casio these days. Calc, and then I can come down and do this quadratic regression. And before, okay, so then I can use list 1, list 2. I want to store this as y1. So I have to go vars, right here is vars. So I'm going to go vars, y-vars, function y1. And so then now I can calculate it and it'll automatically, woo, there it goes. So there's my equation. All right. And it will have plugged it into y1 for me. So now when I hit graph, it's got those points and the graph that I just created. So what did we, oh wait, they told me though that this was, I just did the one that they was supposed to be cubic. My bad. Stat, calc, cubic regression, that's number 6. Okay, cubic, store regression, we're gonna put it back, vars, y-vars, function y1. Okay, maybe I'll write this down while I'm looking at it right here. So this becomes f of x is equal to, I see a 0.4479 x cubed minus 0.4688 x squared. This is ridiculous. Plus, can you see what I'm doing? Plus 0.8021 x. I'm almost there. Plus 4.7188. Okay, and there's that equation for this one right here. So come back. I'm about to make another video that that's on the iPad that deals with, I'm going to show you how to do these two by hand. I'm going to talk through what I already did, not going to lie. And then I'm going to show you how to do these things on Desmos. So like, subscribe, comment, and the only way to learn math is to practice. So go practice. Good luck.